Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Trippy Commentaries. Thanks for joining me for part 3 of our Chiliad portal trilogy. In part 1, we already told you that this is a secret portal. I highly recommend that you watch those episodes before getting into this episode. But this is going to be one of the trippiest videos on the channel yet. So we know this is a portal, guys. The question is, are we able to activate it? If you Google Mount Shasta, that is the sacred mountain that Mount Chiliad is based off of, one of the first things that you will see is that there is a portal that leads into the earth, and of course underneath the mountain itself. If you guys have visited the top of the mountain, you'll definitely notice the Chiliad Mystery mural, which depicts tunnels going all throughout the bottom, and inside that mountain, there's a motherfucking jetpack. So maybe we get inside the mountain to unlock this jetpack. That is definitely what we're hoping for, guys. Thanks again for joining up for the episode. This is going to be crazy. Definitely hit the like button. That really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and hit me up on Twitter. If you guys ever have any theories or anything new that you've discovered here in Grand Theft Auto 5. With all that said, let's get into part 3 of the Chiliad Portal Trilogy. Take a look at the mountain from this angle, guys. Isn't there something strange about it? Well, this is the exact angle that Rockstar wanted you to look at Mount Chiliad. I'll get to that in a second. But as far as the mysterious cave, I mentioned that it's not just a portal, it is also a trapdoor and a vortex. Meaning it might not be voluntarily that you go into the portal. You could get abducted or taken inside the mountain. I also mentioned that it is a Stargate. A Stargate is actually human-made, meaning they have to build something to interact with the portal, and that of course is what the altruists were trying to do. They built the Stargate to try to get to the aliens. Now the special thing about the Stargate is that they are connected to pyramids. Take a look at the Chiliad mural. You'll notice that they want you to look at it from the angle straight on from the cracked egg. And if you look at the UFO, which lines up to the underwater UFO, the jetpack, which lines up to the jetpack symbol at the altruist camp above the portal, and of course the cracked egg, which is at Paleto Bay, it pretty much tells you which direction to look at Mount Chiliad. And if you look at it from that direction, right above the chicken factory, the cracked egg, you'll notice that it looks a lot like a pyramid. In fact, the ancient pyramids in Egypt are known to have stargates inside of them. And here we have a pyramid in San Andreas, the biggest pyramid possible, which is Mount Chiliad. And of course there's a stargate underneath the pyramid. So we have a stargate that the altruist camp has built. But once again we come to the question, how do we activate the stargate? I know some of you guys are thinking, Trippy, how could Mount Chiliad possibly be a pyramid? Well, there's been a ton of stories coming out about hidden pyramids all around the world. They've been covered up by trees and forests so that way no one can notice them. I don't know why the Chinese government or other governments around the world would possibly want to cover up the pyramids, but it shows you that it's not all about the pyramids in Egypt and America. Those ones look very much alike despite the fact they're halfway across the world. There's no way that those ancient civilizations knew each other. Maybe they had some kind of distant knowledge, but I think it's something on a much bigger scale, and it's not just about the humans or the aliens building the pyramids themselves. It's about the force that is inside of them. Pyramid means fire in the middle. You have pyro and mid. Fire in the middle. And we know Chiliad is a volcano, and it might be active, so there definitely is some fire in the middle of Chiliad. It's very well known that Mount Shasta is one of the most powerful points in all of Earth. It is a central core for energy, and that is why so many people go there trying to find the portal. So they look for the portal to get inside of Mount Chiliad to this hidden village, or of course I should say Mount Shasta. And the reason why so many people are traveling all the way to California to see this mountain is the same reason why Rockstar has made the Chiliad Mystery so big. Take a look at these guys who hiked all the way up to the top of the mountain to try to find the entrance to the inner city of Mount Shasta.
Welcome everyone, we are at the entrance of the city of Telos, of the sacred city of Telos.
We made it.
We made it.
We found it.
We found it after a long journey, and this is it. It seems like they have closed it, they have closed the doors, but always with an open heart, you'll be able to get in.
Our bodies didn't enter, but our spirits sure did.
That's right, we opened an energetic portal to the city of Telos, and we're happy to be here.
Since we're on the subject of guidance, you know, how does that guidance happen? You think, well, you studied with Saint Germain all these years. Did he knock on your door, or did you get a letter from him, or did he, you know, walk in and talk to you? And it wasn't anything like that. It was simply a feeling that I had within me. And then one morning I just woke up and I have a beautiful little shrine room in my home in Mount Shasta, and just started packing things up. And I just got stronger and stronger. My friends were saying, what, are you out of your mind? You know, your name is Mount Shasta, you belong here, you can't. You know, I say, dear God, take out of me any feeling to do anything I shouldn't do, but strengthen what I should do. And just that urge to go just was there, it just did not go away. And I looked at my clock when I got on the freeway to leave Mount Shasta, and it said 11:11. So I knew that was So at that time there was still snow here on the ground. I heard, you know, 40-mile-an-hour winds and all that stuff. But it just kept pulling me, keep going, keep going.
So once again, that was Peter Mount Shasta. He definitely reminds me a little bit of Omega. He's one of many people who say they know the secret of the mountain. And if you look at Omega's shirt, it actually has the symbol of a Stargate on it. So even though we're getting all these reports, including reports from Peter himself, telling us that you get invited into the mountain somehow by some kind of spiritual force or energy, I think that this is a Stargate. And the big difference between the trapdoor, the portal, and the vortex, between that and the Stargate, is that the Stargate is a puzzle. We actually have to solve the puzzle to enter it, to enter the portal in this case. And that is why I think that this is one massive puzzle. Even though we know it is a portal, it is indeed a Stargate that we must activate. So is it at 1 o'clock? We tried 1 o'clock because of the spider webs. We tried 3 o'clock with the thunder because of the UFO triggers. I still think it has something to do with the sun, which is pretty obvious. You have praise the sun, give thanks. I'm looking at an exact time with the sun and the shadow pointing out a possible time to open up the portal. I think that there's a good chance that this is just meant to resemble the same exact portal found on Mount Shasta. Just like everybody's trying to figure out how to activate that one, we're doing the same thing here on Mount Chiliad. But at the same time, because there's so much pointing to this, including the Mount Chiliad Mystery itself, there may be a way to activate it, guys. So once again, let me know if you have any theories. I'm going to try something pretty epic out very soon, as I feel like I have the time possibly pinpointed, and I have plenty of evidence to show you that that might be the Easter egg that Rockstar is pointing towards. More proof that it's a Stargate is all the aliens and UFOs that are here in GTA 5. They maybe came here through the Stargate itself, but there's one more picture that I want to show off that I think is pretty epic, guys. Take a look at the blood moon over Mount Shasta. I've just noticed so many buildings named after eclipses. Guys, it seems like eclipses just keep coming up everywhere in Grand Theft Auto 5. So with this picture being so popular, an eclipse over Mount Shasta, that's another trigger, possibly the eclipse over Mount Chiliad. Maybe one day we can pull off the perfect blood moon here in Grand Theft Auto 5. I've seen it before, so I'm going to make sure to get it here right above Mount Chiliad at the portal, guys. One more thing I'll point out, if you pour the gasoline in the cave, guys, notice how even on the backside, the fire lights up. It's not even touching the fire. It almost seems like there's this energy going throughout the portal. See that? It did not touch the eternal flame in the back, guys. Once again, thank you so much for joining up for the trilogy. It turns out there's actually going to be an epic part 4 as well, so hopefully you don't mind staying tuned for that, guys. We have plenty of episodes on the way, but once and for all, it is uncovered that this cave on the outskirts of Mount Chiliad is actually the secret portal, or in this case, the Stargate. Hopefully, we can activate it together, guys. I do recommend you check out the movie Stargate, because that might have a few clues in it as well. Much love to you guys. Stay tuned here at Trippy Commentaries. As always, of course, be sure to stay motherfucking trippy, my friends.